Edward here from the Crypto Viewing Group, and a quick plug here for the dudes, the pals, the teammates over at Crypto Viewing, where we do non-stop, very important remote viewing. I'll have the link below. Check us out. Also from the Coolman Archive shop, featuring works of abstract expressionist painter and graphics designer Roy Coolman, who just happens to have been my father-in-law. And we have prints available and other things with his artwork that are available too. I'll have the link below for that as well. Those are the plugs. Let's get on to the reason for this video. I was recently provided feedback online from a gal named Allison. Allison, I want to thank you very much for providing me feedback that I've been waiting for 3 years. 3 years ago, I had a strange feeling, a strange sensation come through on November 9th, 2017. It was so impressive to me that I dedicated 5 or 6 remote viewing sessions to try to figure out what that was that I experienced that morning. As I went into the first session, right away I was coming upon some kind of strange, kind of fibrous things. I didn't know what they were, didn't know what they meant. Kind of clustered together in these clusters. And they were these twisted together fibrous things, and it reminded me of blood coursing through veins. It was very, very unusual, which led me into the idea that I was dealing with a virus. There was some kind of virus going on. That's what it meant to me, and there were all these things taking place. What Allison posted as far as feedback for those sessions, all those sessions are available. I posted all of those sessions for a coming virus back in November of 2017. She posted saying that what these reminded her of here was something called fibrin. Fibrin is a protein that forms blood clots in the body. Here's how it is as it relates to the virus COVID-19. Again, this was from 2017, November of 2017 that I did this. I don't know what any of this meant till now. COVID-19, how blood clots are involved and how they could be deadly. I found this article specifically. This is from January. Let me get into the part here that means something to the remote viewing. The human blood consists of blood cells and plasma, plus 12 blood clotting factors. The enzymes that facilitate clotting, the presence of each factor affects the others. Coagulation begins with the prothrombin factor. I hope I'm saying these correctly. They're complicated words, and reading is hard enough for me already. Which a compound called a prothrombinase factor transforms to thrombin or thrombin. Thrombin converts another coagulation factor called fibrinogen to fibrin. Along with blood pellets, fibrin forms clots. Once the blood has clotted, the part of the blood free of any fibrinogen is called the blood serum, aka the yellowish fluid that escapes from the wound once you stop bleeding. So those are the blood clots for injuries. Thrombin also controls several physiological responses, including augmenting and inflammation when a pathogen is attacking the body. The prime mediators of inflammation-induced activation of coagulation are the pro-inflammatory cytokines. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. I'm probably butchering these words. Let's get to the part how it relates to the remote viewing session. When too much thrombin is produced, the anticoagulants receive a signal to prevent thrombin generation and inhibit unwanted clotting. However, this control mechanism could fail if there aren't enough anticoagulants during inflammation, which could lead to the formation of small blood clots in an event called microthrombosis. Here's where we return to COVID-19. The anticoagulant called antithrombin prevents the coagulative activity of fibrin if too much fibrin is present. These two work together. Researchers have found that patients who do not survive COVID-19 have up to 7% lower concentration of antithrombin in the blood compared to those who do survive. The uncontrollable coagulation that happens in COVID-19 patients increases the risk of thromboembolic complications, of blood clots forming in blood vessels and then breaking loose. The blood then carries them to different parts of the body where they get stuck in other blood vessels and block their passage. In COVID-19 patients, these clot block vessels in the lungs, the brain, the gastrointestinal tract, and the liver. This is one of the reasons people with severe COVID-19 undergo multi-organ failure and finally die. Overclotting can cause blood to leak through vessels into organs. Fibrin looks like this. This is fibrin here. These are the blood pellet. These are the fibrin that cause the blood clots. This is where we get to this part of the session. The fibrin here. This is the virus here. The idea of a breaking point or a split of this fibrous thing, this feeling of death, life and death. But the breaking is what happens, that they're saying is that they break apart and they go into other organs and cause clots in multiple organs, just like I have here of this breaking point. This was from November of 2017. As the more information comes out about the COVID-19, most everything that is coming through came through in those 5 sessions. This is session number 4 of the facility, where there was a breach of a contaminant that got out and infected the area around the facility, just like in Wuhan. This is session number 5. Like after it goes in the blood vessel, it tightens and restricts and contracts the veins and muscles, hardening the body or blood clotting the blood vessels in the organs and contracting and restricting the body. Feedback. It's unfortunate feedback. It's unfortunate to see these things. But what it does is it gives me feedback for what I perceived 3 years ago next month of the coming virus. Where's my image here? Of the coming virus. That the virus creates a problem with inflammation and uncontrollable blood clotting that causes organ failure. So so much more in these sessions that are still continuing to come out. I have to just wait for feedback. I just have to wait for feedback. But this is a big one. This was massive because I had no idea what this meant. When the COVID started and I went back and I saw that in November of 17, I saw a coming virus. I looked at this, it didn't look anything like the COVID virus. Now I know what it is. It's what happens, what the COVID virus does in the blood that makes it so deadly. So that's this video. As more feedback comes in, I'll make more videos. It gives me some closure as to what I was perceiving here 3 years ago and how it's happening right now. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you find this interesting. If you have any additional feedback, please comment below. And thanks so much. Many more to come.